Fancy, eh? You can pull up to the job and get ready to work in like 3 seconds. Same goes when you finish. So you're done and you're gone. At least that's what seduced me into buying this one. So it's got adjustable support arms. You can lock them like so. You can use the as a stopper for on it's got that on both ends. Yeah. Also you can adjust the height of the support in case you're putting something heavy, so it will drop. Exact same system is on this side. Yeah. You release that knob, you can lift it up and down, whatever. What else? Let me just lock that so it won't go away. You got adjustable legs on one end. They got dirty in the all that snow. I don't know if it's visible or not. So it is adjustable, but now the trouble is that that leg is spinning on the threaded rod, so you can't really grab by the leg and adjust it. You got to use pliers or something to move that rod. I mean, it works easy when it's nice and clean and new out of the box, but you know, when you work, it just gets all dusty and dirty, and it's not so easy to adjust. So I found out that I adjust the height way faster by putting something underneath it. What else? Mounting brackets are adjustable, so you can attach virtually any Mitre saw to it. And that would be about the good stuff. Now to the not so good stuff. This stand is heavy. I mean, it really is heavy. If you are to lift it or to load it on the van or whatever, you got to put some effort in. It's very bulky and awkward to maneuver, especially in tight places like staircase, or if you like drag it into a flat. It's just not fit for that. the best place is for it is like in here outside. It takes up a lot of room in your van or truck. I mean, it's footprint it's of a small fridge, so even when folded here, yeah, it's basically like a fridge, so you can store it in the van like so, like in vertical position or horizontally. Either way, it takes up a lot of space. Now, ideally, because of the wheels, you would like to carry the saw on it without removing it from the stand, and the same goes for the transportation. But being like this, it takes a lot of room in the van, so I tend to transport it like that. Yeah, it takes a bit less, but the trouble with carrying it in the van like this with the saw attached, so because if I take the saw off, that takes still same amount of footprint, and then I got to accommodate for the saw as well. So if I leave the saw on and carry it in the van like that, the saw is in vertical position, and the constant forces going against all the mounting and stuff, especially if you're driving on a bumpy roads. And with time you might find out that the saw is out of alignment. Don't ask me how I know. Ideally, you got to transport it like that, or with the saw off and place someplace else. So when it comes to carry by hand, I mean, if I remove that saw, yeah, still pretty heavy, and also if you go through some tight places, it's very awkward to maneuver with. Right, so let's compare that to the competition. Okay. move this one away. So that's the new kid in the block. Yeah, new toy. Yeah. So the hold on. Right. So the weight is similar, but because of its different approach, it's much more compact. It's not as bulky as the other one. And it's way easier to carry around. Even if the tight spaces, you can just put it vertically, you know, with folded legs, and you can go anywhere with it. It's also very sturdy. I mean, the adjustment for the leg, you can turn it by screwing the leg, which is way easier than on the other one. The extension arms, what I've noticed as I was unpacking it yesterday. Let me show it in here. So you don't have to play with the knob. There's just a lever, you lift up and it goes, and it's fitted on bearings, so the work is really smooth. Also the profile itself is thicker, so it will take much more weight. You got the rolls on both ends, and also you can use that as a stop for your workpiece. Yeah, once it's set on distance you want, so that's, you know, easy to set. Obviously you got the adjustment for the height. Yeah. That handle in there, it's metal, it's not plastic, so it won't break on you. Not that it broke on the other one, anything, but what else? What I forgot to mention on the BOSCH one. The amount it extends to is very short. Yeah, so if you got like your that's the maximum. Yeah. So on the maximum length you got 2.5 meters. So you think it's not too bad, but then if you got your Mitre saw in the middle, you're left with 1.25 meters. So if I work with 5 meter long or something like that pieces, I just have to put some support on the, you know, on the far end, which is not a problem, but then it's not as easy to set your stop blocks for if you do repetitive work. I mean, you can only the maximum you can set it to is like, I mean, if you slide your mitre saw to one of the side, you can get like meter and 35 centimeters, something like that. So that's the maximum you can set your stop block on this one, unless you create some kind of other solutions, which I tend to do. So with this one now, hold on, just bear with me. With the Metabo come on. Okay, there is nothing to grab it by, but so that's like 4 meters, so way longer, almost double what Bosch got to offer. Also the width of the supporting rolls is they are way wider. So if you are work with wider pieces, or they're like bent or something, you're still getting your support. Okay, but just so it's not all sweet, and great about this one are these mounting brackets. So go on. What I find out, that locking mechanism, it works very hard. I mean, I've adjusted that so it sits properly on this, but even if I set it to loose, so it doesn't hold that tight on the frame, it's still not very easy to operate. I mean, it's fairly easy to open. I mean, in here you got the adjustment for the distance. Yeah, but to lock it up, it's just, I don't know, it doesn't fill me with confidence as to its longevity. So that's the, if you compare that to Bosch one, go on. Yeah. So now that operates way easier. See, just lock it, unlock it, easy. And it's metal, that is plastic, and as I said, it's very you know, it gets to the point and you really got to push it, yeah, and then to release it just like that. Not a big fan of this. Yeah, but all in all, I believe that this one will be serving me way better than the other one. I mean, I've using the similar design at work of DeWalt, and it's pretty handy to work with. This one, as I said, it's bulky, heavy. It's got short range of the support arms. Yeah, and that's about that. Okay, hope that helps.